Virgo, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be one where we're going to be going into your chakras, your aura, and your tarot at the end as well, and sort of like fit it all together and see how it sort of fits into play. Okay, let's go straight into your chakras. Thank you very much for being here, liking, subscribing, and all of that malarkey. Let's just see what's going on here. This seems to be a returning feature on a lot of lot of signs. I think I'm gonna have to get another collective reading actually, just on the chakras and go through what is changing on the chakras. I'll try and put that out for Sunday night. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, your root chakra here, beautifully. I haven't seen one, so it could have been machine made. It's so well defined. It's like you are immovable within you at the moment. Seems like there's a lot of, it's not necessarily determination, but what it seems to be is it's a realization of kind of going, if I want this is what I've got to do. Therefore, I cannot deviate from it. And it's that sort of realization, and that's that sort of determination. It's more a case of, that's the way it is. I've got no choice in the matter. Just got to go ahead and do it. That's what seems to be going into place. I think this ties into that new logic that I was talking about in the monthly reading. Let's just have a look what's going on in your sacrum. Well, very nicely balanced. Slightly bit more on the work and administration side of things. It's not hugely developed. It's not too small. It's actually really nice. I think you're in alignment with what you realize you've got to do. And the question could be, especially for you, Virgo, because you spend so much of your time running around trying to help everybody and preoccupy yourself with helping other people, that you forget about yourself. I've told you so many times in the readings, that's what it seems to be like. I think you should have got past this. You should be onto the stage now where you're realizing that in order to help other people, I need to be in a good place. And in order to be a good place, I need to look after my own path. It doesn't necessarily mean kind of go, right, I'm not, blow the rest of you. I'm never going to see you again. I don't care about you. I'm just plowing on with my path. You know, that's not you. You're not going to do that. But at the same time, things need to get done. You know that. You want them to get done. And yeah, there is so much you can do through networking, connecting with other people. There is stuff that you need to do. So that could well be the case. Let's have a look at what's going on in your solar plexus. Yeah, I think there is a lot of determination coming up from you now. And it's just kind of going, I'm not accepting this sort of scenario. Your solar plexus here is really quite thin. Which is obviously, if you're concentrating on things in life, or that's what you should be concentrating on, if you're not doing anything yet, you're going to find like the world is against you. And I wouldn't, they're not. Just pick any direction, just start working on a direction, even if it's not the most perfect direction for you. The moment you start getting a bit of movement, get a bit unstuck, all of a sudden you'll realize that, okay, the world is bringing me, or the universe is pulling me in this direction. Oh yeah, that's going back to where I should be going. So, you know, it's just getting that movement going on. For the rest of you, if you've really worked that out, what I've been saying here, all of a sudden that determination is going to become very, very, very focused on what you're doing. So distraction and preoccupation, procrastination, thing of the past for this week, that's for sure. Okay, it seems like that way, or your energy is certainly trying to encourage that within you. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's how it happens, but you have that capacity within you. So yeah, really quite nice. Let's see what's going on in your heart chakra. Okay, so the heart is really, and this seems to be going across the board now. And I've seen it over the last sort of 2 or 3 months. There's a real change in the magnetic field of the human being, and this is going to create a completely different way of thinking. This is this whole new logic that's coming out. I'm going to do a reading on that as well, the logic. Anyway, but your heart is it's funneling into a direction. It's almost like a landmark on a Google map, you know, where you got that sort of dot at the top and then the sort of spike at the bottom. I might have even said this in your last week's reading, because it's been coming on now for the last week or so in a lot of signs, not every single one, but a lot of them. And here it's really, really well formed. And I think this contributes to the idea that you should know where you're going. If you don't, that frustration can then fuel that heart, which you can use as almost like a lance, and you can hurt people, and you don't want to. And sometimes the emotions just get a bit too much, and we say something that we know we shouldn't have said, and everything like that. And you don't want to be in that sort of position, Virgo. So I would start concentrating on your path, where's it going, and everything like that, and where you want to be. Let's just pull a few cards on that sort of direction. Let's just see if we can elucidate what it sort of concerns with. Okay, so it's expressing that heart. This is exactly what we're talking about. It's pointing in the direction. It's giving some sort of expression for you. Just choose one of those cups. Concentrate on one thing at a time at the moment for you. You know, yeah, giving that clear vision. And it is really getting pointed. Look at that. You know, with the devil on the other side, which is all about obsession and stuff like that. It's really, I would be obsessive about the beautiful things that you have inside you that you can give to the world. You just need to direct that gift that you have for the world. Everyone's got one form or another. And it doesn't necessarily mean being famous. It may be you write a book, and it may be that, yeah, you sell quite a few books, and, you know, you help a lot of people. But it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to, every single Virgo who's writing a book is going to be the #1 bestseller. Let's be honest. The thing is important. Numbers is not important. It's helping out now. This is that new logic. Being part of something which is far greater than just ourselves. And that being part of that greater sort of aspect of life means expressing what is on your heart and what is within you, you know. And I think that's really important as we go forward. Really important as we go forward. Let's have a look at your third eye and your throat chakra. Yeah, so there's a bit more. There's a lot more actually. There's a lot more mental than third eye operation than throat chakra. So there seems to be a case here of a lot of calculation, a lot of thinking things through, or literally following that plan that is inside your noggin. And this is where we come back to that if you're not finding a path and your life seems to be fighting up against you, then all you need to do is just walk away from that by just choosing one of those cups, choosing a direction. Because of the lack of the throat chakra, anything you say will be like a punch. Boom. And this is where you could hurt people. And we all do it. I'm not calling you out here. We all do it. You know, it's just the way it is. So I would just be a little bit wary about that, because you may cause yourself more damage than you actually sort of intended. Okay? But that seems, if it's taking in a positive way, you're getting behind a clear thinking, a clear vision, that sort of Queen of Swords scenario that we saw there, getting that clear vision, and then you're going to get the wind at your back. The world is going to help you. You're going to flip it over and get a Wheel of Fortune moment. Let's just see what's going on in your chakra, your crown chakra. Right, for those of you who have your path and you know where you're going, you're going to give birth to the new a new raison d'être, a new way of being, basically. For those of you who are finding it difficult to find your path at the moment, and as I said, just pick one. The moment you do, that's when you start you start growing your consciousness, which is going to overflow into everything. So then therefore it connects you to everything that is around you, the entire consciousness of the universe. And within that consciousness there, once you start funneling down to what you should be doing, the gift that you should be giving this world, and it could even be just looking after your elderly parents, or the child of one of your children, your grandchildren, or just helping someone across the road, just living that. The moment you start doing that, the universe is going to come and support you, because you will get connected. And that's what could grow in you, and it will grow very, very quickly the moment you choose your path. For those who are already on their path, this is the moment to switch from one reality to another, basically. I've got a hair that's annoying me, that's in my vision. Maybe I've got really, really long eyebrows. Anyway, oh dear, we don't ever get any younger, do we? Anyway, let's have a look at your aura. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, so at the beginning of the week, there is a case of realizing that I'm stuck. It's almost like a realization kind of going, I've got to do something. That's what it comes out of it. And then midweek to late week, something to do with traveling, I think. That's what I'm getting. There's maybe it's a realization that kind of going, if I want this, then therefore I've got to go here, sort of scenario. That's what sort of comes out there. And then we come up towards the crown, and this is where it's opening up to the connection to everything. So you're being auto-guided, telecommanded, like a robot. I bet you don't like that. No one wants to be a robot, of course. But what I mean is like you're being you're so much within the flow of the human or the universal consciousness that it's like being on a canoe on a river without paddling. You're gonna follow that river whether you like it or not. And so why not actually go with the flow rather than not go against the flow? You're very good at going against the flow, Virgo. There's no doubt about it, because you have all that solid earth. You got 100% earth behind you. You're the pure earth sign, unlike Capricorn and Taurus. And you're really good at going up against the flow of things. But here I would go with the flow. Allow the world to help you. That's what seems to be the realization. Allow them to help you, and not feeling guilty about it. Because you're helping other people, aren't you? And you're not asking for any sort of payment and stuff like that. What goes around comes around. Get used to it. It's a new type of logic. Yeah? Let's just see what the flow's going. Yeah, the flow is feeding from both sides. So you've got the connection there. I'll go into this on Sunday. It basically got a double Taurus going on. And what's happening is it's funneling that energy into your heart. And it's really putting a lot of energy into that. So I'll be wary of if you do have heart conditions, be wary of X flares that we've shown on this sort of channel, and also on my sister channel, Somatic TV. X flares and how they affect you, because they can affect the heart a lot. They can also affect the mental state of mind. But it's funneling into this. So I would really follow your heart's desire this week here. Let's just see if there's anything sort of untoward, as it were. No, I would almost say you're protected. If you get in that flow, the universe will have your back, basically. Right, let's get on to some tarot readings and see what's going on there. Overall energies, karmic paths, relationship, finances or material world, universe guiding you, your guides and the overall outcome. Okay, so let's just see what's going on for you there for this week here. Strength. This is it. Quelling those doubts within you. Follow that path. Choose a path and do it. If you haven't got a path, if you know your path, get into your strength. Be that lion. Stride with your head held high into life and say, that's mine, and take it. The devil coming out again. He came out earlier on when we were talking about the heart there. The devil is about obsession and stuff like that. Apparently there seems to be, you need some healthy boundaries in the situation. The devil is all about obsession and stuff like that, but he's also the light bearer. And the light bearer is, he's showing his light, or the devil's showing their light on the multitude of paths that you could be following down. And that's that whole idea of temptation. The devil shows you the temptations of life. But the devil will never lie to you either. That's the thing with the devil. It's a real conundrum, the devil, as a notion. I always say, dance with the devil, but don't play poker with him. You know what I mean? And so I think here within your love relationships here is it's a case of just sort of saying, I'm going this direction. You're either with me or you're not. Sort of scenario in a way. And it's coming in quickly. It might even find that you're obsessed with someone and the universe is trying to get you into that, really into being in that couple, as it were. Oh, look, there's loads of things with the lovers as well. You've got the Three of Wands and you've got the Five of Cups as well. So I think that's what the universe could be doing. It's almost providing a really good, secure situation if you follow your path. It's almost as if like your loved one or your future loved one, if you're looking for one, because it does feel a little bit like that more than anything else. Someone coming into your life, because this is about the relationship side. Once you do follow your path, you're going to make those connections and people are going to dovetail with you. Your guides here. So your guides are trying to help you to elucidate your evident path, to follow what you should be doing, basically. That's what's going on here. This is where your guides are really, they're examining all the possibilities here and they're suggesting a path. And I would follow that. It will bring you to judgment. So many people have had this judgment card up in exactly that position. Very strange. So I think this is that realization at the end of the week that movement needs to be done, that you're liberating yourself, you're becoming unstuck, and it's moving a lot quicker within your relationships. And it's also like a realization of who you should be and where you should be and what you should be, basically. And it's all about being true to who you are. That's what the strength card, the overall energies. Let's see what's going on your financial sort of side. Cool as a cucumber. Get yourself unstuck. Cool as a cucumber. Get back to that, Virgo. King of Cups. This is what your karmic mission is this week, to be cool as a cucumber when it comes to the business world or the material world. Don't get emotionally involved in it. You're there to provide a service, or you're there to do a good job. You're there also to get recompense for what you're doing in life. So then you can live life, so you can build on life, and in order to do that, you just need to have your emotions under control. So you may have found that the universe, is the universe sending you a painful ending? Might well be. But at the same time, I think this is more in the past. And this is what I was talking about, the realization is at the bottom there. You're realizing that actually running around doing everything for everything is just hurting you, maybe. And it's not helping you upon your path, on your material path. And I think this is the path. I think this is the end of it. And the universe is sort of saying, okay, done and dusted, time to move on. Yeah, time to move on. 8 of Cups. This is where your guides are sort of saying, okay, let's move on. Let's find that evident path. Let's follow it towards the sun. Let's follow it towards recognition, happiness, that all that sort of beautiful stuff. It's really playing nicely within you at the moment. And this is the strength card, and it goes across here. It's all about knowing your path. That's what it is. And being sure within yourself as well. and things are changing and look like they're going to be going fast the moment you step onto your path. Yeah. Okay, so this realization here, this is on the end of the week, is letting go of those fears and worries. You've got the Nine of Swords, and then you've got the Ten of Swords there as well. As much as you've got the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Cups, this is a progression that's sort of coming almost out through this way, coming out of your relationship side in a way, and how you realize your connection with others that are around you, because you've got the 7 and the 8 going through the Strength card, being fueled by cool as a cucumber emotions in the material world, but being obsessive about having good, clear situation in regards to relationships. It's like this, as I said earlier on, I'm going this way. If you want to come with me, you're more than welcome. If not, I'm going, sort of scenario. And we come up to the Nine of Cups, which we showed earlier on your hearts, on your heart chakra. And this is what I mean by living your heart energy, living your path, living what you should be doing, Libra. Libra. I don't know why I said Libra. Maybe you're with a Libran. If you are, that was obviously for you particularly. But, it's a case of following things through. Following your heart like a compass. Just allow your heart to be the compass. 7 of Wands, concentration of self. It's knowing your position. It could be teamed as defending yourself, but I think this is where you've got almost like protection, as I said earlier on. If you just follow your path, you're going to have all the protection that you need. And you are going to be going through a portal. You're going to be going into a new logic as you go through this following week after that. Through to the 10 of Pentacles. You've got 2 9s already on here. And now you've got a couple of 10s playing on the game. As you go, if you stay true to your path and you get that support, which you will do from the universe, which I'm saying all the way through, and it's almost like a protection, you're going to go through that portal. And I think it comes in from your financial side rather than on your relationship side. And it's going to put you in a wonderful position where all of a sudden you have the resources to do what you've got to do, to live that dream, that 9 of Cups, and just let it flow out of you. And that is all part of your strength. That's what it's all about. I think this is walking away from this and your woes and worries. Okay? So there you go, Virgo. Thank you very much for being with us. Your support is obviously everything. So thank you very much for being here. And liking and subscribing and clicking that bell and all of that malarkey. I will do an extra special on Sunday evening as well. I will see you there. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.